Welcome to Mr. G's Hard Truth Show with Brother Ja. I have Mr. Jimmy Lavender here, and this is a continuation from last time. You want to say hello to the viewers, Jimmy?
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings. So let's pick up where we left off at. We was talking martial arts. We were talking your youth. We were talking the beginnings.
Misunderstanding.
Yes.
Beginning. Yeah, and yeah, let's pick off right there. That day when that situation happened between the instructor and myself, I went home. I went home, and quickly some of the homies from Nine Deuce Bishops came over to the house. Understand, Nine Deuce Bishop. They were mostly into cars, and they were game bangers, hardcore. They didn't do martial arts. They didn't play basketball. They didn't hang around the gym. So they can care less about a martial art class. I was the only one from Nine Deuce that was in that class. And when the homies heard what had happened, they start pulling up. And I told them what I told them. He can't come back. So now everybody, here's my father trying to talk to me. Marshall, the director of the team post, he's trying to talk to me. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not hearing it. I'm not having it. He can't come back. And if so, he come back on his own risk. I said he's gonna get shot, and I believe he needs to be. I believe he needs to be shot. So when the homies from Nine Deuce learned about it, they agreed. So here comes Bobby walking down the street. He pissed off. He pissed off. So remember, when the guy was chasing me around the car, they didn't step in.
Yeah.
But I'm not pissed off. I'm cool. I'm cool. I mean, I wasn't punked out in my neighborhood. I had to leave and get out of there. But the thing of my thinking was, I came back.
Yeah.
I came back and I made him leave. So I restored my my respect
Hmm.
and who I was. You can't punk me out in my hood. So this all going to tie into what Master Shahi said in the Calmac video.
Okay.
And it also going to tie into what Fred Horn said, who was a gay activist, that nobody wanted to come over into our neighborhood and work because
Mm.
of probably things like what just happened. I didn't make it no better. But
Facts.
understand that program was a CETA program, a government paid program. And now the karate teacher had just gotten kicked out the neighborhood. That means he loses pay number.
That's right.
So now they need to know what happened. Oh, it happened over in that neighborhood that nobody wanted to go in. So now getting another karate teacher or martial arts instructor in that neighborhood was against all odds. So everybody mad at me. I messed it up for everybody. They say. They say. So, but I'm sticking to my gun. He can't come. So fast forward, Master Shaheed. He's over at the Mafandis, and they're telling him the same thing. We can't get no programs over here because everybody's scared to come in that neighborhood. Bishops, Pyrus, Crips, all hang around at the Mafandis.
Yeah.
So Master Shaheed said, I'll start a martial art class there. Now they think, or they thought I didn't know about it at first. They agreed, yeah, we need a martial art class, but we don't want Jimmy Lavin in the class. You know, Cause
Yeah.
he gonna get mad. Somebody gonna get the best of him. He gonna want to fight for real, and that was kind of like the reputation I had. Period. So you can't blame the guys for real. I guess you can't blame them, but I did because to hear that my own brother didn't want me in the class was a mind blower. So what Bobby said was, "Look, Jim." Uh, well, anyway, Master Shahi said I talked to him about what happened, and he said the instructor was wrong for what he did to me. I talked to my other instructor, my karate instructor, both-legged Jeffrey, and he said he was wrong for what he did to me. So I was allowed in the class. And Master Shahi said in the interview that he took two leaders, a leader and a lieutenant, from different games in that area to be his first student. Now, I heard in the comment section uh, of somebody else's video that the bishops all learned their karate from the Mafandis. No,
Hmm.
they didn't. No, they didn't. After I said what I said, somebody went back and said they learned at the Mafandis. The person who said that was in diapers at the time that we were taking martial arts, speaking on somebody else's time frame. Not good. Master Shahi said in the video that he took the leader and his lieutenant. Then he mentioned the names. I took Harold Taiska from the Pyru family. I took Bobby and Jimmy Lavender. That was
Got-
it. Those are some of his first students from different cliques. He mentioned Fred, the brother with the one leg. Fred was a
Yeah.
Crip. So he took different people. The bishops, as I said, got angry with me because I dismissed the karate class at the team post. The team post was in the heart of bishophood. And
Hmm.
that's where the majority of the bishops took up martial arts at the team post. It was not the Mafandis. See,
Yeah.
that's some people speaking what they don't know. And maybe he meant to have said the team post, but he said the Mafandis. And that was not correct.
Well,
Now,
that's why we have the hard truth, and you got the real history out there. So hopefully the viewers could tap in and realize, hey, we have the historian here, person who's there.
exactly. And it's just, and hopefully uh, people will learn to stay in your time frame. I can't
Mm.
tell you about what's going on today out there. I'm not out there. But anything in the 60s and the early 70s that I know about, I can speak on. And that's so important if you want to know the hard truth about different things here. Okay,
Yes.
so after the martial art class, the kung fu class, I got angry again because they started the sticky hand or the sticky finger. It's the same thing. We call it the sticky finger. I heard other people call it the sticky hand, but it's a blind man's defense.
Okay.
A blind man can't see, so when he's attacked and he make contact with you, it's important that he maintain
Hmm.
that contact. So if you hit me in the gut, and I'm going to cover up, balance is so important in the arts. I'm going to cover up, and if you're going to hit me, you might get my forehead. You're not going to get a temple shot. You're not going to get a chin shot. You're not going to get my eyes, my soft tissues, my throat, my groins. I'm protecting all that. But if you hit me in my gut and I catch your hand, hopefully your wrist, and if I got your wrist, I know where you live.
Yeah.
If I catch your wrist or any part of your arm, I know where you live. I know
That's right.
where your entire body is. And I'm going to strike up mainly to the tissues, the soft tissue, which are your eyes. And I don't want to say what I would do from there because that's part of the sticky fingers that Bobby ended up teaching me. They didn't want the instructor to teach me because um, I was high risk. I was high risk that they thought maybe I would strike somebody at a pressure point and take somebody's life. And you know, I had a temper, so but no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have gone that way. I had a lot of fights since then, but never even consider striking anybody any pressure points or paralyzing somebody or a strike or a blow that would kill someone. Um, I wouldn't do that unless I just really felt that my life depended on it. But Bobby ended up making a deal with me that he would teach me the sticky finger techniques, and he did. And I went off into boxing at the Hoover Street gym. And Brother John, let me say this
Yeah.
just shortly. Um, I was going from school to school. Um, Principals didn't want me at their school. I was gang banging, uh, and they had good reason. They got a learning facility, and I wasn't trying to learn. I was in the hallways. I was always into something, fighting. And then look, I was a hardcore bishop. Bottom line, I was a hard, and my last name is Lavender. So wherever I went,
Mhm.
they say Lavender. That name rings out, and
Gotcha.
then I have to fight. Then I have to fight for mine. So I met Jeff, and I'm the lone soldier. Why did I go to Hunter Park High School, which was a bishop high school? Why did I go to Southgate High School, which was a bishop high school? I chose to go to an all crip school. Them girls
Mhm.
make you do some things, Cal. Brother, John, you do some things for them girls, boy. And I messed
Yeah.
around and I messed around and fell in love with a girl that went to all crip school. And I want to go to school with my girlfriend. So I did that. And I paid the price to be the boss. They couldn't run me out. I stayed in the dean's office, but they couldn't run me out. I was fighting so much till, brother, you too young to know about this guy here, but you can Google him. We call him the Great Iron.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of him?
No, but I will Google him when we get off the show.
It's Great Iron. It's Scrap Iron Johnson, the Great Iron. He
Mm.
was what they call a campus security person.
Okay.
And after he seen me fight and say into it, he said, you need to go to the Hoover gym and box. You know, I said, I go down there. Now I got a 10 speed, a 1972 Raleigh record. So I got to ride my 10 speed from Watts, like 6 miles to school every day just to walk around the school all day long. And then I had to ride it to 78th and Hoover in the middle of the Hoover Crips neighborhood to go to the boxing gym. I didn't care. I go where I want to go. So I'm at the boxing gym, and now they had a guy named Cannonball, Billy, and Billy Mitchell. Cannonball gave me the Billy Mitchell because he had enough fighters. And the guy named Joe Morgan or Moran or something like that, a Cuban guy, became my first trainer. And Billy Mitchell was my conditioning man. He had me running 2 miles, 3 miles, sprint, all that kind of stuff. But Joe said he had me ready to start fighting professionally in 6 months. I told Joe, well, let's see if I'm ready in 6 months. You know, ain't no rush thing on mine. And so then I learned that Joe had his own son to throw a fight. I ain't throwing no fight. I ain't throwing no fight. But when I heard of that, then I lost all confidence in him being my trainer or my manager. And I walked away from boxing after just a few months of training. So I had
Mm.
my little martial arts with me with Chinese Kempo, Wing Chun Kung Fu, um, Wing Chun Kung and Kamau Kung Fu, and then what I learned in my boxing techniques, and that is the extent of my martial arts.
Okay. So now, what years were these? Just so we have a time frame to capture for the people who enjoy the history of Jimmy Lavender and the Bishops. And
Okay, my time frame. The Green Hornet show came out in 1967, starring Bruce Lee, and
okay,
that's when Bobby became a career, martial arts fanatic. And I'm 1 year younger than my brother, um, and I became his guinea pig. So whenever he learned a kick, he come home on the practices. If I liked it, I practiced on that same kick. So that started in '67. By 1970, Bobby had his own black belt, and I
okay,
never did get a belt. I never did. I never did get a belt. Um, but I told you what I did to the green belt. He should have
yes,
put me in a brown belt. I was well schooled. Um, so time frame from '67 to about '75 or '76
okay,
it was my days in the arts. But my first love was baseball. I'm always trying to go back and play baseball. Martial arts was never my first love. Boxing was never my
okay,
first love. But I spent a lot of time in that because uh, I'm a prefer a gladiator, one-on-one type stuff. Then playing football, we got a whole bunch of guys on the field or that type of thing. Um, I like that one-on-one,
yeah.
and that's what you know. That's what boxing gave me was that one-on-one. Now we had a thing in our martial art class. After every class, it was like a free fall. The whole
Can you hear
class
me,
is still
Jimmy?
there. Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine.
Okay,
Yeah. So after our class, we would have a free fall, and that's just the whole class. Everybody go against each other and just that. And that came out really good for us because when, as a bishop, when we went to the Watch Festival, it might be 100 of us, and it might be 800 Crips, and we out there fighting.
hmm,
So that free fall kind of really got us, uh, kind of used to fighting against uh, the odds, I should say.
got you.
So yeah, so that's where that came in. Yeah.
So, real brief, before we have to shut it down, I just want you to be able to promote your books that you have out, and also you are doing a self-defense training, if I'm not mistaken, and I want to be able to put that up after you share your books.
Okay. Yeah, we just finished. Um, Me and Cheryl, inseparable. The
Okay.
book is fiction. The book is fictional. It's fiction. It's fiction. It's going to look like a real story as it's supposed to look like. But the
Yeah.
book is fiction. And then hopefully we doing some corrections on a bishop's redemption.
Okay.
And hopefully that would be out to. Hopefully that would be out soon. I don't want to put another time frame on that. It's in the hands of those that's doing the correction.
Okay.
Okay. But you could, and we also have Benny and Maria Forever. Um,
Yes.
you can get that at Amazon. Um, Benny and Maria Forever by Jimmy Lavender. Um, the book is fiction, a really good read. You definitely want to check it out. And of course, there's always Bitter Rain and the Better Tomorrow, which was my very first book. That's also
Yes.
on Amazon. Um, and the other question was the training. Um,
Yes.
I watch my sensei, Master Shahid, 70 something years old, and he's still out there training and giving people advice of eating the whole 9 yards. You can Google him and go and watch Master Shaheed. So if he's 70 something years old and still kicking over his head, I decided to start getting back in shape.
Okay.
So I'm working on this. If I look like I'm slimming down a little bit, it's paying off. And so I want to have a class, and not a full class, maybe 3 students per class, so they can get private lessons. But I'm going to start back in September. In September, I'll be teaching self-defense classes. Anyway, just the same, I believe that if you get ready, then you don't have to get ready. It's so important that this day and time that we're able to defend ourselves. We live in some really, 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 really bad times, and we have to be able to defend ourselves and our loved ones. Well, I don't know what happened to Brother John, but my time frame is up for this section. And if you all can hear me, you all be in peace. Take care of yourselves. Respect one another. And trust no shadow after dark. Peace be with you.
This is an Infinite Energy production. Yo, what's up, lads?
What up, son?
Yo, man, this shit done switched up, man.
Change, bro.
They let a lot of frauds and lames up in here, man. Time to bring this back. I see the envy up in their eyes. Characters talking them lies. Mannequins flossing that drip. Even kids talking they shit. Got gangsters snitching on tracks. In my book, they still call rats. You say the block you deal and the plug you deal with, shootouts up in that trap. It's a fact caught in the trap. I'm a warrior built to adapt. I had jewels way before rap. I had crews way before the 5 or 6. Use 9 for mine, so don't get out of line. Get put in lines, I call that at a time. I'm about mine, came to handle biz. Ain't no stopping that, I came to school, these lames is a crucial game. So I'm bringing pain, setting trends with some veterans. I'm a B-boy who respect the art. This is hip-hop, no gimmicks here. Even in careers if I have to. I'm an MC, this is natural. Don't make me body snatching, shorty grab. Put you on the plate for that actual.
Sharp.